schade. Ja, ja. Plus jetzt sind natürlich. Oh, okay, super. Aber ich sehe immer noch nur Black Screen bei mir. Ah ja, ich habe sie auch noch. Ja, 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 ich habe sie noch. Warte mal, ich werde. Okay. Mm, okay. Yeah, now it works. Um, I need I I need to leave Streamlabs. That's not working very good in my opinion. Doesn't make sense. It's not the first time that's just freezing, crashing, whatever. Hey Luis. Okay, so let me check. I still have all questions here. Let me go forward then. And do you pay attention to imbalances, Big Sam? Yes, I do. Well, usually I do. You know, I mean, my main approach is always metrics, but it's a combination of different aspects. My stream does it constantly, so annoying. Yeah, and then I really don't know what's happening, to be honest. It's not the first time. I was very happy with Streamlabs, but in the last few months, they are changing things and it's crashing sometimes, freezing. So I think I have to switch to another app. However, I still have all questions here. Big Sam did another question, a third one, something, but I don't get the context. Further to how the the market makers, approach the markets. I mean, what do they look at when making a decision to go long or short? To no, usually the market makers, I know at least, are not placing short-term trades. It's more mid-term and long-term. So they are not placing any longs or shorts. If they are trading, I think more directly stocks, bonds, and yeah, such kind of assets, maybe options, but not futures. At least not my clients. I guess some others are doing it. They use different indicators for that. Different to, yeah, different indicators. Actually, George is using part of them, VWeb, for example, and some others indicators I'm personally not using. PV, my first question is, are you even there? Uh, I don't know. I guess not. At least not in your world. Big Sam, another question. In these, yeah, crazy times, have you seen your success rate decrease? And if so, what success rate are you averaging? To be honest, yes, yes. that's why I'm staying away at the moment because I was performing very well, almost 80% just maybe 6 weeks ago with such kind of volatility and dynamic in the markets, and since then it's reducing. And that's, I mean, it's not about any rate, it's just about money. As you know, I did a big loss of 20,000 US dollars with a long I don't know, it's 2.5 months now, or 2 months. And I was trading very well and getting my money back, and then it starts to flip again. So that's why I'm staying away, because I see that the main goal here is to scalp. Long, shorts all the time with really tiny ranges. It doesn't make sense for me. You can range high volume, low leverage, as mentioned just, but high volume, I don't want to place high volume in a market where I see they have some problems, I mean, I don't want to, even I can make some money with that, with low leverage. If we go even more down and they stop to let you withdraw your money, you have another problem. So mid volume, low volume, it's fine, but high volume, it's too hot for me at the moment. So I'm not placing. I prefer to stay away, to take a look, and to wait to get like a hunter. Sometimes you have to wait to see that you can make a very good hunt, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. Just staying away, wait a little bit to get the confirmation. I see that they are really pushing to the downside, and it's not clear to me if they are doing that to accumulate shorts and to push up afterwards, or why they are pushing down. It's not, are they pushing down because they are distributing, but why do you know then these orders to push the price artificially down? That's something, it's not really clear to me. And it didn't happen just before when we were in the dump phase. They just pushed with spot. And right now it looks like a little bit they are artificially looking to push the price up and down all the time, just to scalp late, longs and shorts all the time. And when I'm trading low volume, for example, with 2, 3,000, 4, 5,000 US dollars, it depends, I want to use a better leverage, at least 10, 15. Last time I was trading even with 25, and then you need to be very careful, and that's why I said that's too hot for me. It doesn't make sense for me, at least, from So let me check. What's up? What's up, Rhiannon? Sound okay? Another question. Let me see. Do you think BTC will go up more before we nuke, or enough longs are trapped? I'm really. That's what I said just few days ago. I see that VIX is going up big, and SPX is going to dump very hard as well. BTC should follow that. So it means next week should be red, should be really red. And usually when the wealth ratio 30 days moving average is rising like it did in the last weeks, it has to play out in a certain time window, and we are not talking about weeks. So it would match. In my opinion, I don't know if Bitcoin is going to, I don't know, to fly tomorrow to 25K. It wouldn't surprise me because it's weekend. It's possible. It's even possible that we go up even more Monday, even maybe Tuesday, but I think then it should flip. 24, I called 23 to 24. We did 24 since then. We are declining. Doesn't mean we can't go up to 25 and then nuke. And after the nuke, go up again. Because at least it would make sense if whales want to make money. So it can go up, but in my opinion, after Tuesday, it should go down. So, Tetris, do you think global liquidity tightening is gonna have a larger impact on commodities and stocks than most people anticipate? Yes. Yes. A clear question, thank you. A clear answer. Yes, it will have. Metcan, do you think next week news are in price already, or it will affect the market? That's a good question. Nobody can answer. However, it was very funny. You remember, I mean, inflation was new, and just a few weeks ago, Wall Street said, "Oh, Jesus, we didn't know that inflation is progressing that way. Are you kidding me? We are doing that since weeks, months, and you are now surprised about the inflation?" So you see that Wall Street is playing a little bit because that's what I said. Banks, institutionals in general, have books extremely full with orders, extremely full with portfolios, and if they want to exit, they need, with the volume we are talking about, I mean, we are talking about trillions, they need years to reduce them, really years. And that's why I'm changing a little bit to say, yeah, we are in a bear market, but no, we are not going to crash. Even if Bitcoin maybe is going to make 12,000, 10,000 this year, that's absolutely possible. Even then, it's not the crash. Mark my words. We that's the big problem. I mean, if you want to fool retailers, it's you have to show the big contrast of the market. Look, we did 12,000. That's it. We go up, bull run. Everybody is in FOMO, and when you are at, I don't know, at 70 or very close to our all-time high, nuke it. Everybody will be in disbelief. What the hell is going on? New all-time high? What's happening? And that's how you can do it. I think we can go more. I don't think the bottom is in for 2022, to be honest. And in my opinion, we will make crazy trades in the future. I think 2023 is going to be worse, 2024 even more. And many experts always were telling about 2025 as a key year. And I think 2025 could be maybe one, you need the peak of, okay, it can go worse, and then hopefully we will see a little bit light for the next few years. However, we are in such kind of transition also in the economy. You see that the whole political agenda of emissions, of environment is becoming more present also in the media, even more and more and more. And that's part of a transition that we are doing. That's like the revolution of the industry, what we had in the past and the history. That's something like I'm calling since last year. I'm calling that we are going to have a transition to a new era. And that's what's happening. In my opinion, that's what's happening. 777 Athletic dump into FOMC meeting and Q2 GDP readings? I guess so, yeah. It would be opportune to nuke the markets then. I think so. Hello Inspos. As far as day trading tools, Trading Light is better than Bookmap. I think both have big advantages and disadvantages. If you can afford that, use both, but I'm using only Trading Light, and that's, in my opinion, enough. I'm using the CBD there. I see the volume delta of each candle. I see the order book, thermovision, where I can see when they are manipulating the price to the downside. At the moment, for example, it's in the middle, indicating they want to let the price exactly at 22,100, and it's also very useful for me. Trading Light is one of my keys in my daily trading. 777 Athletic again. FTX running simple algo on spot to absorb $1,500 levels on ETH, meanwhile filling shorts and liquidating longs on futures. Okay, good to know. And that's it. Afterwards, we had some technical problems. Now I'm switching to the new chat. Yeah, 777, I have seen your comment. DNN, I started using a different app and gave the same problems. Oh, that's good. Thank you. Good to know. Well, maybe, I don't know. I know I have some problems with my PC. I think I need just to delete the whole hard drives and start by zero. Sometimes that's useful. Businessman, wow, Inspo, live. Yes, Businessman, Inspo is live Saturdays. Kasotti, as far tools Trading Light, yeah, I did respond to your question already. Make money, hey, big fan. Can you tell me where you see Bitcoin by the end of the? That's, I don't know if you know what you did. Weekend with EA? That's funny. Um, it's so unpredictable to say where I see Bitcoin in the weekends because we trade low volume and it's so easy weekends to manipulate the market. Extremely easy. At the moment, I see they are pushing the price down. They are artificially pushing the price to the supports. If you want, for example, to distribute, use supports. That's the best way because every retailer is waiting there. They are waiting at the supports to buy because they know that's the potential to have a bounce there. And in my opinion, that's what they are doing. They are retesting supports, then let it go up again, and afterwards, after the second retest, they push down. They push the price down. They push it distributing. They are selling then. If we take if we check their volume deltas, for example, we can see that. That's really interesting. They did that here, for example. We went down, we retested twice, we went up a little bit, then more down, and you can see that. I need my magic pen here. Takes a little bit, and here it is. You can see that here. So they're just pushing the price down. You know, the whole sell pressure is coming by orders, limiting, and then they distribute. That's what they are doing all the time, all the time. When they reached a new level where they want just, a little bounce, they start to open and to increase these buy orders, and then the price starts to go up, but also here, extremely under control. As you can see, to maintain the price, really, we think, oh, it's time to go up. It's not. And that's what they are doing all the time, all the time. So to ask me, what do you think? Well, to be honest, I mean, I said just yesterday that could be our local bottom. 22K just based on these walls. But we still have other walls. And they removed walls like FTX, for example, today I have tweeted about that. They can do that they can do that again. While everyone is expecting a bounce, they distribute and then they push even more down to bring and to generate more shorts, in my opinion, and more bearish sentiment. If we check, for example, now the blockchain whispers, I would say we have, I didn't check that, but I would say we have 1.5 billion in longs and maybe 1.2 billion in shorts. Let us check. Okay, well, whatever. No, I was a little bit wrong. It declined even a little bit, the longs, but the shorts still 1.2 billion, longs 1.46 billion, indicating as much we go down, more they are expecting a bounce and more longs are coming in. Yeah, merci. So, regards from Spain, dear Inspo. Muchas gracias. Igualmente, un saludo muy grande para España. Silvio, your opinion on ISO 220 and its impact to crypto, especially non-certified ISO token. We need to be careful with ISO because ISO is the standard for global payments. That's why Ripple has ISO, that's why QNT has ISO, that's why we have some interesting, I don't know, Cardano? Does Cardano, are they certified? I'm not sure. However, I mean, if the use case is related to global payments, it makes sense to have this certification. But because I know that banks has to realize and to implement the ISO 220 until end of next year, if I'm not wrong. I have talked to one of my customers, to the head of payments, and I asked him about ISO, if the regulation did some demand or request about that, and he confirmed they have to implement that until end of next year. So it can have a positive impact to all these tokens, but I don't think it's going to have a negative impact to tokens that are not related to any global payment mechanic or system, like many others. I don't know. Just to mention, for example, Luxo. It's an NFT project. I mean, they are adding more metadata to NFT that gives the whole project a better business case later on. They don't need ISO 220, for example. It wouldn't make any sense for them to make that. And I don't think it's going to happen to have any negative effect because of that. So it can support all the ISOs 220 tokens, of course, like XRP, QNT, and so on and so forth. But I don't think it will have a huge negative impact. At the moment, it looks like the SEC wants to declare any other currency like Ethereum, like, I don't know, Fusion, whatever, as a security. Many will be shocked and say, oh, that's worst case. No, it's not. In my opinion, it's not. It's not a worst case. A worst case would be just to forbid it. But if it's like a stock, I don't care. It's fine for me. The question is, if it's like a stock, if they classified crypto as a security, or some, at least some tokens and projects like a security, I would like to know what's my advantage holding this token, for example. It's just the demand. It's the limited, fixed supply, for example. Or where's my big advantage of that? Because, you know, I mean, if you hold stocks, you're getting such kind of yield, and it makes more sense to hold that. But I mean, if I'm holding, for example, just any other token, it means I have to introduce them to a yield form to get passive income for that. So in that case, it would be exactly the same like a stock, like a security. In my opinion, that's the way what the ECC wants to go. It's declare everything that doesn't match to a definition of a currency to classify it as a security. In my opinion, that's absolutely fine. And coins like Bitcoin and Ripple, I'm not sure with Ripple, but let us take Bitcoin mainly. I would say it's a currency, and then the question is, what's going to happen with the currency? Is the central bank and IBS, for example, the International Bank of Settlement, going to allow alternative currencies to the CBDC? Big question. I can't. That's really a hardcore topic we can't clear in that stream, but would be very interesting. Tetris, do you see any projects which are very undervalued in the crypto industry at the moment with real-life business applications? Yes. I have mentioned that in the past many times. I'm a big fan of Fusion, FSN. It has a total supply of 80 million tokens, if I'm not wrong, and they are trading it with 20 cents. I had a chat with the CEO and owner, and we were talking about potential collaboration because I really like it. It's quick, it's cheap in transactions. I'm very, in my opinion, it's the most undervalued project in the whole crypto sphere. It's unbelievable. But yes, sometimes it did $2. I didn't sell because I'm really what Fusion related to Fusion. I'm really such kind of maxi because I believe in that project. I see what they are doing. If you check, for example, their project Change, they have an app. I'm using that for yields. You are not going to become billionaire or millionaire with Change because the yields are very realistic. So indicating you can make 10%, 15% per year, sometimes a little bit more, 90%, depends on, you know, what tokens you are using, but it's fantastic. It works very fine. I never had any problem. It's multipolar, so you can use this app for any kind of blockchain. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Phantom, wow, they are adding more and more and more. In my opinion, uh, in long-term thinking, change and fusion will really be a game changer for the banking sector. It's really easy. You can have, based on fusion, your own coin, for example. You can use their system, and you have a bridge to every kind of different blockchains. Nobody is talking about fusion. It's something, it's so undervalued. Nobody is talking. I mean, I'm not shelling any coins, even these coins I love to hold, but yeah, it's wondering me. I'm holding my fusions on change. Even my yield results are not that big, but I don't care. It's long term. Gabriel, Discord question. Quiero saber si las ballenas están acumulando Ethereum o tampoco lo hacen como BTC. Wow. Well, he's asking, actually, he's wondering if whales are accumulating Ethereum like they are doing with, well, they are not doing it with Bitcoin, but his question is if they are doing the opposite with Ethereum. I didn't check that, never to be honest, but let us check that together. I need a new window then, so. I what? Yeah, I can imagine that. I need to see how the map view. Oh yeah, map view. Give me a new one. Oh, I'm a little bit retarded. Jesus, how does that work? I remember. New one. New one? New chart layout? No, I don't think so. Okay, let me check if we have the on-chain supply distribution here by balance and addresses. Now it works better. Perfect. Let us check the price as well. Okay. That's now Ethereum. I never check that, to be honest. Never, never, never. I don't want the percentage. I just want the balances. We match, I would say, what would be a retailer for Ethereum? Everything less than 1,000 Ethereum? Oh, that's big, right? Oh, let us make 100. Okay. So now let us check what whales are doing related to Ethereum. Okay, we don't have here, and these guys should be linked to exchanges in my opinion. But if we take a look, we have here a mix of small whales and retailers, and we see they accumulated well, it seems, since June. Let us take a look here, but the bigger whales are not accumulating. And look, that's really interesting because 1,000 to 10,000, oh, that's Bitcoin again? Why? We did Ethereum. Is that only related to Bitcoin? Yes, didn't know that. Okay, sentiment is not giving me any supply distribution for Ethereum. It's only Bitcoin. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I can show you that. I can show you that. That's sad. That's really sad. Sorry, Gabriel. I can tell you that. I don't know. I was checking only, for example, the exchange reserves for Ethereum, for example. And that was very interesting because if we check, look what they are doing. That's the 1 hour. It's also declining, and I don't know what happened just a few days ago. It declined very hard by 1.5 million Ethereum. I mean, we know what happened just a few days ago, but 1.5 million, that's really a lot. So, yeah, it's possible that these guys are really accumulating Ethereum. I need to check afterwards, and if I figure out if sentiment is really only providing the balances and addresses or the supply only for Bitcoin and not for Ethereum, it would be sad, but in case I did some mistake here, I will tweet about that. Okay? Bitcoin supply distribution, that's crap. Okay, so last minutes. Vielen Dank für deine ausführliche Antwort. Sehr gerne, Silvio, sehr gerne. Very interesting. It's hard to find legitimate project without putting a lot of time searching for them. Yeah, Tetris, I did that in the past. That's why I like Kotti. I did some research. Just you can. I think if you are looking on Twitter for @InspoCrypto and research, it will appear some research I did last year about Kotti, ANKR, for example. I mean, they have much more supply. So, but their business cases are extremely tough, extremely nice. I like them as well. But Fusion is, in my opinion, the big one. Nobody, it flies all the time behind the radar. Nobody is talking about Fusion, but in my opinion, it's one of the maybe most interesting projects out there. RK, what if Wales is not selling but split large wallets in 100? RK, if we start always to ask, what if you will never trade? What if the pump right now is a fake? What if the dump phase was a fake? You will never place a short then, I guess. So what if can always happen. It's absolutely healthy to make the what if question to manage the risks. But what if whales are not selling but split large wallets? Well, if they are not selling, then explain me please how we can go from 69,000 to 20,000, because my simple math says that's how it works. I mean, they need to sell, otherwise we will stay at 70,000. 777 at the weekends exchange makes money liquidating their users. Yeah, that's exactly the point. That's exactly the point. So we did 45 minutes already. I see 4 millions are coming to Huobi USDC. Interesting. So I think they want to push up a little bit. Last year, crypto banter was chilling Kotti a lot. Do you think that could be a red flag for the token? Thanks. Crypto banter? Wow, that's crazy. I don't know who that is, crypto banter. But I don't care where shilling. For me, just the business case, the content of a project counts. I don't care, and I have certain factors. First of all, is the project useful for the transition of the economy. Digitalization, metaverse, NFTs, so everything. Make processes tiny, a lot of automation, isolated networks, everything that could match and fit to a transition of the economy, like, for example, the World Economic Forum is describing a lot of times. They published a lot of paperwork, what the studies and their work are showing in results. So, COTI is a very strong project in my opinion, and I wouldn't care if someone is shilling. I mean, you know, if you want, check really my research I did last year about COTI. I really like COTI. The problem is I like coins with a strong limited supply, and COTI doesn't have it. ANKR doesn't have it. Ripple doesn't have it. Many of them doesn't have it. That's why I really like Fusion. I mean, I have bought QNT because it's extremely limited. Just thinking in mass adoption, what will happen when the masses start to buy a security like COTI, a security like Fusion, whatever, and you have then, 80 millions or just 10 millions tokens, and you own 1,000 of them. What do you think is going to happen with the price? But yeah, it's a mix. It's a combination of different factors you have to have in mind. But check my research from last year, Inspos Crypto and COTI, and it should appear. Big love to all of you. It's time to rest and to enjoy the weekend from now on. We will see us Monday with my daily analysis. I will check Ethereum and if whales are maybe accumulating Ethereum, and I will tweet about that. Okay? Thank you very much for all your questions. Sorry for the technical issues, and we will see us. Low is in for a day. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, have a nice weekend, guys. Big love. Bye bye.